Did you ever call climate change a hoax?
Well, I might have, because when I look at some of the things that are going on, in fact, if you look at Europe, where they had their big summit a couple of years ago where people were sending out emails.
What exactly are Trump's views on climate change? Considering that Trump is now my president, I felt it important to actually answer that question. However, Trump is a chameleon. His tweets on environmental issues contradict with his sit-down interviews, which then contradict with his stump speeches. He's all over the map. But I think you can pin him down to a couple general categories that he evokes in relation to his audience and the mood of the room. Trump the denier, Trump the supporter, and Trump the middleman. Over the past 7 years, he's run through these phases in waves, though his denialist attitude is definitely the strongest of the three. This is especially the case since kickstarting his campaign in June of 2015. Trump's environmental naysaying can be seen in his overwhelming number of tweets that attack wind turbines and claim China created climate change. Tweets that insistently question the existence of global warming because there's snow on the ground. He also seemed to champion this opinion most often during his campaign speeches, calling for coal jobs and explaining that Trump digs coal. More concerning still, he filled his cabinet with oil barons and anti-EPA crusaders, and boasts claims to pull out of the Paris Agreement. Even with some of his more flippant statements, it's clear that Trump leans heavily on denial when approaching issues regarding climate change. However, in between these strong attacks on climate science and action, Trump sows seeds of contradiction by supporting processes to quell rapid changes in climate. His slippery stance seems to betray his negative views. In 2009, he signed a petition urging President Obama to take action on climate change, while at a town hall meeting he claims, he even donated $5,000 of his foundation's money to Protect Our Winters, an advocacy group dedicated to mobilizing the outdoor sports community to lead the charge towards positive climate action. Under the shadow of his whirlwind of climate-denying tweets and speeches, this can seem a little bit confusing. Analyzed closely, however, it falls in line with what continues to drive Trump's success. He constantly misdirects his critics in order to escape deep probes into his psyche. This is where we can see Trump the middleman. He almost seems to wield confusion as a tool, releasing a bold statement one day and then adamantly refusing it the next. He slides easily into roles that he knows his audience will enjoy. This appears in his hedging on clean air and water or his meeting with Al Gore. He has the ability to confidently deny what he has clearly already said.
Donald thinks that climate change is a hoax perpetrated by the Chinese. I think it's real. Science is real.
I do not say that.
And I think it's important that
to appear centered in his ideology. Much like giving a dog a treat, Trump seeds these small gestures in order to distract from the fact that his presidential agenda points towards climate inaction. Still, Trump appears to be heavily influenced by the people that surround him and the audiences he seeks to impress. He looks insecure in his position, and it is here that climate activists have power. A week ago, over 630 American companies signed a letter urging Trump to address the issue of climate change nationwide. Actions like these, combined with strong public support, could turn the tide. If his audience believes in swift action to halt rapid changes in climate, then maybe it will just be a matter of time before Trump finally listens to the crowd.